So this video is a review of how to convert between fractions, decimals, and percents. So if we look at the very first row, 145%, remember that percent means per hundred. So to turn that into a decimal, we divide by 100, or we can move the decimal place 2 places to the left, and we can get 1.45. To turn it into a fraction, again, percent means per hundred. So we can write 145 over 100, and 5 goes into both of those, and it will simplify to 29 over 20, and we can leave it as a simplified improper fraction. If you want to write it as a mixed, you can, but you don't have to. Along the same lines, we're actually going to go straight to the bottom row here. So again, 2.4%, even though that has a decimal in it, because of the percent sign, it's considered to be a percent. So to turn it into a decimal, we move the decimal place 2 places to the left, or we divide it by 1,000. So we're going to get decimal 0.24. Now this one is actually easier to look at from the decimal to a fraction, because if you use the percent, it'll be 2.4 over 100, and that can get a little bit messy. So it's easier to look at the decimal. Notice that there are 3 decimal places. That means you're going to put it over 1,000, because 1,000 has 3 zeros. So you're going to make it 24 over 1,000. And then you're going to notice that 2 goes into both, but so does 4. And I actually believe that 8 also goes into both. And so 8 goes into 24 3 times, and 8 goes into 1,125 times. So to go from a decimal to a percent, you're just going to multiply by 100, or move the decimal 2 places to the right. And so that will become 8%. And then to turn it into a fraction, again, you can think of it as 8 over 100, or there are 2 decimal places, so that will be also 8 over 100. And 4 goes into both of those. It will become 2 over 25. Whenever you're given a fraction, to turn it into a percent in a decimal, you always do top divided by bottom. So 16 divided by 20, you're going to get 0.8, and then to turn that into a percent, you times it by 100, which will become 80%. So if you notice the difference between those two rows there, 0.08 is 8%, 0.8 is 80%. If we look at the bottom, just a quick reminder, the word of always means to multiply, and whenever we work with percents, we always turn them into decimals. So to do that, we're going to do 35 divided by 100, or move the decimal place twice. So this will become 0.35 times 200, and then we can just either do that on our calculator or do it in our head, and we're going to get 70. Now this next one, you might say, oh, well, it's already a decimal, but remember, because of the percent sign, it's not. So you have to turn it into a decimal by moving the decimal place 2 places to the left, or by dividing by 100. Again, the word of means to multiply. And that one will become 13.75. And this last one is, again, to turn the percent into a decimal, we divide by 100, or move the decimal place twice to the left. This one's actually going to get bigger because we're trying to find 250% of something. That means more than a whole. So that one will become 75.